Come one, come all! A branch.
Glory in the brush!
Bad on, boy. That's done? Who's hungry?
Trespassers! Who goes there? We see! Swarm! Devour! Invaders in the garden!
Watch your right!
Are you alright?
Nicely done!
seen giants like these before. What happened here?
We see you!
Hurts the blood!
Watch yourself! What's the next?
We're on the right track. You can tell because it's extremely dangerous.
Come on! Come all!
It disturbs us! Cory in the brush!
Coming from the left! You die on me!
We've seen giants like these before. What happened here?
Tear it apart!
You're right.
Nicely done!
see you! Get on me! I'm going Can't do that.
Who's next? Anyone? We're on the right track. You can tell because it's extremely dangerous.
Spear in the eye! Invade sunlight!
Need a moment, dear. Next time.
We see you! Cory in the brush!
Hold it together, Longbow. Onward, watch your left. Gather round.
I've never seen so many dream throws in one place. What's drawing them here?
Let's finish this.
Look out!
In the eyes!
I need a moment.
Let's finish this.
Look out!
Gather round.
You alright, dear? Envoy needs healing.
Yardsley, well done. grown for us to pass.
Tear at our bark!
Whoever cast this barrier must be formidable. Which means it was Ringrim and we shouldn't mess with it. Let's chat with her first.
Either way, she won't be happy to see us.
sleep. You see that too, right? The ice. You see it? Our deaths reaching for us through the ice and time. I know because she told me. The Archmage whispered something to me, but I don't remember what. And I'm not sure I want to either. She's broken all of us. Even the Zorips. Poor bastards. A deer hen, wasn't I? I've been so busy with the Zorips. They're smarter than we think. There was one with the most beautiful spear. I wanted it. I told the Archmage. She said... No. I hear it. I've heard it whisper under the skin. Our deaths come courting. But I want the Zorib spear. And the ice has my death. I don't know what to do. Oh, I haven't slept in so long. Did you see its spear? Something beautiful in this cold dark. The ice takes everything in the end. Oh, I can hear it calling even now.
We've got company! Even more bodies. How gauche.
Toa and Hayako. An interesting pair. Despite their clumsy methods, they were just defending their community. I'm grateful that you showed restraint. That is more understanding than most of your countrymen. I only bring it up because people are growing wary of your empire. With good reason. When they take their anger out on you, don't judge them too harshly. We all make mistakes. Anyway, just wanted to get that off my chest. What are you so curious about? Anything in particular? Until next time.
When you were out in the Shark's Teeth, you didn't happen to find a badge belonging to Tama, did you? It sure is. It reminds me of old times. Long marches under the desert sun. Scouting runs through sandstorms so thick we had to tie our tunics over our mouths. It was sunburn on your top half and chafing on your bottom half, but yeah, those were good days. And Tama, he'd wake us up before dawn with the most off-key singing you've ever heard and a pot of burnt merc brew. Only once I realized he was burning it so we couldn't taste how stale it was. He kept us marching until we had sand in every orifice you can think of, and a few you didn't know you had. Just when it felt like we were gonna collapse, he'd call it and we'd make camp. And somehow, we'd all find the energy for a few rounds of cards or songs or stories. He was the best of either. I don't know. This won't bring him back. This won't change anything. Closure. I never understood the term. Just feels like swallowing the thing that makes you sick. Here's the truth. I led a patrol. We were ambushed. Tama came to our rescue. And he suffered a fatal wound in the process. We did our best to keep him in one piece while we hauled him back. He was the color of an eel's belly. The stubborn bastard made it all the way back to Thirdborn. We got him a sickbed, but we knew he didn't have long. I wish I could believe that. You ever had to watch someone fade away? When it's slow and agonizing, no glory, no din of battle, no distractions. Count yourself lucky. I take a keel hauling any day. Sitting there, I noticed that he was missing his badge. And all the time I'd known him, I'd never seen him take it off. Cruel irony, isn't it? He comes to our rescue, and in the process, he loses the thing that marks him as a soldier. I'm sorry, Envoy. I haven't talked about this in a while. I never thought I'd tell this story again. But there's something about the way you've led us, the clarity you've kept. Something about you that inspires confidence. Kind of like just having his badge in hand means more than you know. There's just one last thing I've got to do. There's a memorial site with some cairns on the cliffs east of Thirdborn. One of those cairns is Tama's. It's time I said goodbye. Careful, or you'll give me second thoughts. I usually count on my friends to be worse influences, you know. Let's get some rest. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Emerald Stair. I know your Emperor sent you here to represent Adir. With the Steel Garrote trying to raise Fjord has gotta make things harder for you. Sure, but you couldn't have expected this. The cruelty behind the Steel Garrote's plans. It's hard to reconcile that with the place you've called home. I just wanted to know how you're feeling about all this. Yeah, I told you about my time fighting under Rauatai's flag in the Deadfire. Seeing what we did there, what we allowed. I felt like the home I knew was changing, bit by bit, or maybe I was. Enough about me, though. I want to know about you. You'd think this island's big enough, wouldn't you? Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't have to carry it alone. What's on your mind? I'd never met Naoki. Asui arrived a few months before I left Thirdborn. I knew their squad mates better. Luriki was a ship's carpenter with the Rauatai Navy years ago. Came from a military family, but she never saw much combat herself. Manu was a deckhand on a pirate ship. Stopped in Thirdborn with his crew to resupply and never left. I don't think piracy suited him. Kiri, he was a sweet kid. Born shipboard to a mercenary captain who left him here and never came back. For the longest, I thought that was for the best. Me too. Most of all, I'm sorry I wasn't here to better prepare them.
This wasn't your fault. They just weren't ready.
Because there weren't enough seasoned soldiers to train them. The Thirdborn's in dire straits if they're sending people like this out to patrol. If you can believe it. I didn't think it was possible to talk them down, but you managed it. And you say more than their foolish hides. Those two fought for Rauatai in the Deadfire. They learned how to disrupt enemy movements and destroy supply lines. They'd have nipped and poked at your comrades at Eagle's Reach until Adir finally snapped back. At Thirdborn, most likely. All while the two of them remained secure and defended in their tower. Nor I, but this goes beyond defense. Thirdborn's under threat, but if loose cannons like them fire at everything that moves, they'll draw even more trouble to our walls.
They lash out like cornered animals, giving the Steel Garrote a reason to fight back. Not that they need a reason.
Still, better not to give them one. Hey, I never said I had answers. There's trouble on the horizon, but stunts like theirs are only going to speed it along. You really think any amount of chest thumping would turn away Ludwig and the Steel Garrote? Or the full force of the Adiran army if it came to that? The Living Lands is changing. We've got more ships coming to port every year. If it's not Adir, it'll be someone. Night, envoy.
Mother's tongue is...
These are so lifelike. Poor This is it. Ringrim was definitely here.
What gave it away? The tableau of frozen corpses? The Archmage of Terror is many things, but subtle is not one of them.
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
Whatever you say, Yardsley. Regardless, we didn't come across this by accident. The Archmage is trying to frighten us. Successfully, I might add.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ringrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us. Of course I probably can. All spells have a counter. You just have to know what it is. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage. Precisely. Chances are we'll die, but if we don't, we stop Ludwig and get into the ruins. So, win-win.
I like our odds, especially with you around.
Let's get going. Oh, and stay close.
Morbid, disturbing. Intimidating, but I like it.
Holy gods! Someone actually came! Please, you have to help my friends! They're gods! They're monsters! They were good people. And I can't, I'm not... Their souls can't rest like this, and I'm not strong enough to put them down myself. Please, they didn't deserve... They were... My gods. How did this happen? Thank you. You're a good person. You'd be better than me. Find me when it's over.
Think of it this way. They're already
Disturbs
gone.
us.
Glory in the brush! Invaders in the...
That was a close one.
We've got company. see you! Storm! Devour! Better.
I love this! Away with you!
I couldn't do anything. I'm gods. I'm useless. But you helped them. They can rest now. How did you find us? What are you doing out here? Old Nagunu? But I thought he wanted us dead. I don't understand. Are the others... Are they alive? Yeah, he would. He always trusted the captain. They were close. He doesn't act bright, but Taue, He's canny. Something's going on.
That bad feeling in your gut? You have it for a reason. The least you can do is heed its warning.
Maybe it's time to stop. Stop running. Stop hiding. Turn and face things. Face Nagunu. All right. I'll go. I'll go to Thirdborn. As soon as I can find the courage.
You won't have to look hard for courage. It's there for you to call upon when needed.
Thank you all. I'll try.
I hope it works out for him.
Trespassers! Who goes here? In the yard! Invaders in the garden!
Who's next? Anyone? We're not getting in through there.
This looks like it could fit in that artifact we found, actually. Let's try it out.
Careful with that thing. We're not even sure what it does.
Cannot be a god? This is preposterous!
Yes. But have you seen what has passed before? The most preposterous things are always true. A god unbound to us. What does it feel? What does it think? It fascinates us.
It is not one of us. We must be sure of its intent.
Boudica said as much.
I do not share her zeal for stamping out the unknown. Still, we must protect ourselves. When Boudica herself moved against us, I did not hesitate to remind her of her place.
Gods rise, gods fall.
Just this once, I wish you would make sense. My mind is clear. If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that it will not challenge us one day.
Carry before the lunge, then.
I will not act now, but I will watch and wait. I will not brook another Boudica, from outside or within.
It's got us. Certain charm, doesn't it?
In retrospect, I should have seen that coming. Of engineering, this place. Can't believe it's still standing.
Love to see someone else so active in their twilight years.
No way forward from here. Just a little spark. This client Kai knows me better than I do. That's done? Who's hungry? Looks like we weren't the only ones searching for the heart. This has to be a joke, right? No treasure is worth this much trouble. Better be worth it. See that? Why do I smell bear shit? Oh, that's why. Never mind.
And it's the only way out. Ugh, there's not enough soap in the room.
has the bolts of a legendary fish killer.
You put the heart on it? Yes, of course. Everything but the treasure was trapped. How silly of me to assume otherwise.
Thank Caiaphas. I thought you'd never come out of there. I've been waiting for ages. I'm fine. Uncle Capo taught me everything I need to survive. It's why he's always so... No! I can't get distracted. This is too important. Listen to me. I came to find you as soon as I heard what my uncle asked you to do. I just wanted you to meet him, not go on one of his stupid escapades. What do you think? You have to put the heart back. Or take it away. Whatever you do, don't give it to him. No, it's not. Apparently, if you grind a fossilized Leviathan heart and mix it with wine, it becomes a poison. I found his notes on it. I think that's what he wants it for. I know he hasn't been himself lately, but I never thought he'd want to do something like this. He won't play Azatoa with me. He won't go out on walks with me anymore. He kept saying he didn't want to go out without being himself. I thought he meant leaving the house. You've got to put a stop to it. Any way you know how.
The wolf eats the hemlock. What suffering could be so great?
Then we've got to go back. Right now. I'll go find the Tiranui. He'll know what to do. If you can talk any sense into him, Just hurry. I'll be there when I can. I will. I'll see you soon.
No, Dario. I'm not doing this.
This is your fault. You went soft on that merchant. Barely nicked him. Reckon he lived and ratted us out to the constable. So we're gonna lay low in these ruins and sit on our haul. Who knows? Maybe we'll find treasures inside that'll make us rich.
Rich? You're gonna kill us all. Wow's eyes. Who are you?
Hey, first of all, we only bled that merchant a bit. Still quite alive when we left him.
I don't like this, Dario. This is how we get ourselves killed. First you said we should come to the Living Lands, and I went with you.
Stealing from that merchant was your idea, though. And credit where credit is due. It was a solid one.
Now you want me to break into some dungeon full of traps? I've had it.
Kuta Bao, if it bothered you that much, you should have said so. Told you we should have gone into the ruins instead. I told you it'd be simpler. Now look what happened.
Big mistake!
Gather round.
Thomas Memorial. Never thought anything could contain that man, you know? That booming laugh, that bottomless appetite, boundless energy. Now he's under a pile of rocks. To be alone? With my thoughts? Huh. Envoy, that's the last thing I want. This is where you're supposed to distract me, lighten the mood with a wisecrack or something. Don't be. I don't know where to begin either. There's something I didn't tell you about Tama's death. Remember how I noticed he'd lost his badge? I went out. I told him I was going to go find it. He told me to stay. I said I'd be right back. I walked away, Envoy, and I kept walking. You're right. I used to think it would fade over time, but guilt's like a fine wine. Now you know why I never went back to his house in Emerald Stair. Why I never came back to Thirdborn. At least I'm in good company. The truth is, traveling with you and Marius, getting to know Giada, Yardsley, it's felt easy. Too easy. Yeah, and that worries me. You're so clear-headed, so easy to follow, that I've been able to fall in line and back you up. But I'm not that guy, Envoy. I'm not a joiner. I'm good for a skirmish, some war stories, a few drinks, but I'm not someone you keep around. Come on, you know my story now. I let people down. I let them down when they're counting on me most. Self-compassion. That's a balm for outbursts and hangovers. I know what I am. I'm finally facing it. But he's not here, and that is because of me. I'm finally owning that. What? No, I didn't. He died pulling my ass out of the fire, and I still let him face it alone. How can I remember him without remembering that? He'd tell me to pull my head out of the muck and look to what's ahead. That I messed up, but that's no reason to keep messing up. And he'd probably do it over a cup of his awful merc brew. I never realized I'd let my failure change the way I remembered him. One of the things I loved about Tama was how he gave us all a fresh start. No matter where we'd come from or what we'd done. I drifted to Paradise, but never thought about where I'd go from this. Tom always talked about the places he hoped to see. The islands of Deadfire, the tundras of Nasitok, the ancient cities of Old Valia. Maybe I ought to see some of those places for us both. As a traveler, not a soldier. Once we've stopped the Dream Scourge and dealt with the Steel Garrote. I've got some things to sort out, but it feels good to have something to look forward to. must have done 100 shifts on those watchtowers. Never saw so much Thirdborn blood under them.
Thank you for telling us about Tama.
Listen, thank you for visiting Tama's memorial with me. I didn't think I'd ever trust someone the way I trusted him, but both of you have a clarity of purpose I've never seen in anyone else. I'm happy to be proven wrong. I know. I'd forgotten what that feels like. Like I just woke up with a hangover. Every feeling, every memory I tried to keep a lid on is sloshing around, and I'm struggling to keep my balance. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think on in a long time. Feeling warmth I couldn't get close to. It's a process.
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while, it gets to be so familiar, it's almost a source of comfort.
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort, but I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll get there. And thank you for seeing this through with me. Was there something else? I can take watch. I'll be up a while anyway.
Godlike. Ah, back already? Have you got the heart? Huh? You won't even let an old man ask how you like my designs. Fine then. Start talking. Damn that child to the depths! They were never supposed to know. I have the Dream Scourge. I'm starting to feel it in my bones. You'd think it comes on slowly. So slowly, I don't think folk realize until it's too late. I've got shakes, tremors that weren't there before. But the worst are the dreams. Sand swallowing Thirdborn. A garden, vines eating at old ruins. People say the Dream Scourge is a soul plague. I'm no fool. It's in my head, eating away at me. I saw it at the gates of Thirdborn. People go mad. They kill their kin. I don't want to hurt Chico. I'd hoped to go out quietly, but my Nikai is smart. I didn't realize they'd uncovered my plan. I want to die as myself, on my own terms.
On the one hand, it isn't our place to decide how someone ought to live or die. On the other hand, the Leviathan's heart was never his to begin with. Finders keepers. At the end of the day, I think eating a Leviathan's heart is an impractical way to end one's life. To each their own.
I think Capo has earned the right to make his own decisions before he no longer can.
You can understand that, can't you? Give me the heart. Give me this one act of courage. You can't. Damn you!
this path can only end badly for Chico. Maybe the rest of Thirdborn too. You may have doomed us all! Ah, hero of Thirdborn, I'm nothing but a helpless, unstable man.
He writhes as we writhe, yet he lives. How could life bring him pain?
Good luck, godlike. You'll need it. This damned sickness is getting worse.
I know you just talked to my uncle. You didn't give him the heart, did you? Thank the gods.
I'm Hajime with the Tiranui. Chico said there was something about a Leviathan heart. And their Uncle Capo, they said he was planning something terrible. That's all they gave me to go on. Gods, Capo's fallen a lot farther than I thought. Well, if you don't need anything else, I'll be on my way.
Thank you. I mean it. I'm sorry my uncle is sick. But I'm not sorry, I know. I'll spend as much time with him as I can. What? No. No, that's not possible. Even if it were, there must be a way to stop it. Gods. I just feel so helpless. I don't want him to suffer. I don't want him to have the heart. I want the one thing I can't have. For him to be all right. You don't have to say anything. I'm sorry. I guess I should help you in some way. Here. Take my uncle's armor. He meant it for me, but I'm not using it. Maybe you can give it a new story. I should go see him now.
Poor darling. I can't even imagine.
Minowa, thank goodness I found you. I must share this with you.
Shouldn't have.
No.
Oh, you're back. What do you want? Something illegal? In the only town for miles? You should sign up for the Tiranui. We could use smart folks like you. I'm sure something untoward is happening, but I can't do anything without proof.
Brilliant deduction, Constable. You're a credit to law enforcement.
Yeah, well, thank you for being such a good citizen. Make sure to come back once you've got something I can actually work with. Well, off you go then. Back to killing things and leaving me alone. Oh, you're back. What do you want? Wait, was it an elf and their two strange friends?
No comment. Whoever we did or didn't see, I didn't see or not see them.
Oh, they're very well known to me. Thanks for letting me know, Envoy. What did you even get from them? In case they don't teach you this in your hometown, you shouldn't ingest weird substances strange kith give you. You have to just say no, alright? I wish this was the dumbest thing these two have done. Because they are. How else am I supposed to talk about them?
Barrett's balls. Is everyone in Thirdborn related?
Didn't you know? The twins are my brothers. Though I guess I can see the confusion. I do take more after my mother. I'll have to have a talk with them, especially... I suppose it was only a matter of time before his stupidity caught up with him. Well, seems like I have to thank you for letting me know. I'll just add it to my to-do list. I should check in on Daiko, too. I hope he's not crying. I never know what to do when folks cry. Here, we hand these out to the kids from time to time. Makes them feel good about helping. I'll take the drugs from here. So again, thank you so very much for helping the community. Have a nice day. Oh, you're back. What do you want? Really? Which one? One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. Oh, wait. That's everything off the board, isn't it? Good job. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go pass out.
If you're looking for the captain and his crew, they're upstairs. Mind taking these drinks up when you go?
My favorite envoy! Thank you for bringing us back together. I only regret that dear Runga couldn't join us, but she was always a shy one. Nonsense, nonsense. You did more than I could have, and more than any of us salty old dogs deserve. Oh, but I nearly forgot. Did the bartender send you up without drinks? It's not a reunion without a toast.
The captain promised us an aged rum. I can't have much. I get queasy.
Excellent, excellent. Here, envoy, a little something from my travels all those years ago. May it bring fortune to your journeys too. Now, make a toast for us. Give us all something more to drink to. To new times ahead.
To the healing of wounds. Not all wounds can... I wish Rwanga were here.
Drink. Drink!
I didn't think the rum was that bad.
For once, I'm grateful that I prefer wine.
Oh, my. What's happened to Koa?
I think he's dead, boss.
Dead? Why, this is tragic. Oh, it must have been his rum allergy. It always goes straight to his head.
I'm weeping myself silly.
It was a toast to remember, envoy, but I'm afraid I must look after my friend now.
I believe the captain just made us unknowing accomplices to a crime.
I'll never forget what you did for me here. Oathbinder bless and keep you.
The oasis belongs to us all.
Enjoy it, sister.
Did you hear about Nagunu? They found him dead in the lighthouse.
I wish we could have done more for them. Capo and Chico, I mean. But if I were in his shoes, I hope I'd make the same choice. Though I'd like to pick a more fun way to die. Obviously, you've never heard the phrase drug-fueled sex heart attack. I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things. That I can go out as Yatsley. And don't you forget it. But it gives you something to think about. I mean, not everyone gets to come back like you did, Envoy. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that? Unfortunately, your clumsy countrymen ruined my entire stock of ointments when they were trying to burn my house down. And I'll remember that comment. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing. In life, you make your own entertainment. I enjoy scandalizing the small-minded when I can. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie. Oh, she was still young. Quilici offered to help her study for and prepare her thesis as a favor to her parents. She was over day and night for months, and, well, now she's family. We adore her. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord. You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more opaque. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say? How about I show you a little bit of everything? What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use. Obvious. I've got some time. Oh. I could... Of course, darling. Easy as pie. What? Out of breath already? Talk to...
You know what I miss? Flashberries.
Oh, I loved those as a child.
Seeing Capo like that was hard, Envoy. But I'm glad you didn't give him the heart. He's always been the toughest among us. And even if he won't admit it, he doesn't want anyone seeing him at his weakest. But it's more important that he say his goodbyes. Properly. They would have taken it hard. I'm glad we could spare them that much. I'll be here if you need me.
It's nice having some quality time with Yatsley again. You want to talk? Let's talk. Until next time.
smart like it's hard. Got stuff. I'm covered in fur and even I'm freezing. Are her illusions really so powerful? Stay close. Queenland's trying to scare us off, but we won't let her, will we? Oh, what a frosty welcome.
At the risk of stating the obvious, it's pretty damn cold. The seasons are all wrong. Nature is grimacing.
It's just a trick, Envoy. Crafted cold trick. Keep moving.
That is the spear we've been looking for.
Ah, visitors. Do you know what this moment calls for? A beautiful, macabre story that lingers in the mind. You wish to find me in my tower? You'll have to wait until I tell this tale.
We are not getting up there. Unless Yatsley sprouts a pair of wings.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
Oh, good. Skeletons. Just the thing to brighten up the place.
We are not getting up there. Unless Yatsley sprouts a pair of wings.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
Once, a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
Let's put these bones to rest. Let's finish this.
Worth it!
Envoy, watch your neck!
If you can make the decision the village could not and restore the statue, I will see you inside my tower.
We're in no position to argue. She has all the power here. Logically, I know these were put here to frighten us. And yet, I'm still frightened. That'll show him.
That's done. Child's play.
Sometimes cold reason is necessary.
The heart of stone. It's quite realistic, isn't it?
And warm to the touch. Strange. Oh, not unpleasant.
Archmagi truly are inscrutable creatures, aren't they?
Next time.
Walk like it's hard. That's done. Walk like it's hard. Child's play. used to quiet.
Sometimes cold music is necessary.
That was a close one.
Isa Saru!
Child's play. That's done. Walk like it's hard. That's done.
wanted so badly to do the right thing.
You're here for my Adra piece, aren't you? You can't have it!
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, dearie.
I'll die without the Adra. Please, don't take it from me. I don't want to die. The other villagers, they want me to give them the Adra piece. They say it'll save us. But if they take it, I'll die. And I don't want to die. Please.
I don't think they can hear us. They're like a song stuck in your head, repeating the same verse.
I don't remember anymore. I was in pain for so terribly long. But the Adra has kept me alive. Don't let them take it away. I was dying before I found the Adra piece, but it's been keeping me alive. I can't go far from it. If I do, it begins to hurt again. I told the other villagers I need it. I understand everyone's in danger, but I don't want to die. Don't take the Adra piece from me. I'll do anything. Please! Is my life worth nothing? Why must I die? Why am I the sacrifice? Please, please, no.
If the village had been as sensible as you, they would have lived.
That poor man. Was he a real person once? Did all that happen to him?
Whether he was real or not, he was put here to prove a point. Either way, it's cruel.
Well, for better or worse, I can't wait to find out more.
We're doing a lot of work to impress someone more powerful than us. I hope it's worth it.
I'm sure they go somewhere. Let's go see where.
Those stone pieces we collected should fit in here. No doubt they were removed so we'd go looking for them.
This must be the statue mentioned in the story. Let's take another look at that book of yours. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself. That's the gist of it, yes. But the author said it better. First things first, let's get those statue pieces.
Puzzles are known to sharpen the mind. The Archmage must want to hone our senses.
right here. The village was on the verge of destruction, but still they argued.
There's the hat. We have everything. Let's hurry back and see how it all works.
That ought to be the final piece. Let's be done with this.
It's the lesson rather than the authenticity of the story that matters. We've got all the pieces. Quick, quick, put them in. Oh, I want to see how all of this works. And off we go.
Tread lightly. The Archmage is expecting us. That doesn't necessarily mean we're welcome.
We're going into an Archmage's tower. It'll all be fine. Oh, at least exciting.
Oh, you made it. Unfortunately, I still have reading to do. Amuse yourself with these skeletons while I finish this paragraph. Is all that noise necessary? I am trying to read.
next? Anyone?
Oh, look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, an exiled animancer, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Well, now that we're done with the formality of defeating the skeletons...
Flattery gets you nowhere here. I want to see what you are on the inside. Too often, mortals like to hide from their own truths. I like them brought to the surface. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle? Indeed. Omelets need shattered eggs, after all. The point of the parable is quite simple. Sentimentality is a privilege. The village would have lived if they had chosen to sacrifice one dying soul for the good of many living ones. I hardly know, honestly. When you've lived as long as I have, it's easy to lose track of individual lives. More than anything, the whole challenge was for you to understand how I think. No one truly matters in the long run. Not even me, or the other archmages. It's what we leave behind. What matters is that our lives buy the world more history, more beauty, more time to create interesting things. Do you understand? For conversation with me, primarily. Most people find it difficult to relate to an archmage. And if you cannot do so, it will complicate my attempts to communicate with you. I hope you're not intending to enter the ruins. I won't open the path. Somehow I don't think that's happening. The Death Guard might certainly try, but... no. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this dream scourge, fascinated me. This plague shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the Living Lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more powerful than anything I've seen. I suspect it has something to do with how the Adra has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry. Curiouser and curiouser. What is so special about you, godlike? You have my interest. Show me if you live up to it. Are you? Oh my. I didn't think this was possible. Something I don't already know. I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Adra. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock, sealing Naku Kubel. Don't take this the wrong way, but in a different life, I'd have flayed you for my study. You are a godlike of this strange, isolated, possibly miserable god. A piece of them resides in you. I have no doubt that like will recognize like. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. Perhaps there is more to this than either of us alone can see. My thanks in return, godlike. It's not often that Kith, or really anything at all, can surprise me. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path. I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you. I'd focus on survival first, Envoy. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. Take my grimoire. It will allow you to dispel the barrier I have set before the ruins. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
She gave you her grimoire. Be careful with that thing. Who knows what it can do?
I assume you want directions to the ruins. The ruins are far in the northwest. The people here have named that area the Deadfall Highlands. No more wasting time. Off you go. Use the teleporter behind me to leave. Or jump, I suppose, if you're feeling grim.
Look at all these books. Do you think she... And off we go! That did just happen, right? I didn't imagine it. Ringrim liked me? And my spellcraft! And she gave me her grimoire. Look, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? You were incredible. Thank you for trusting me.
You, my dear, have a promising career ahead of you.
Oh, Quilici would have been so proud if he were here. I cannot wait to tell him. With Ringrim's grimoire, I think we can go to the ruins and find the garden.
For once, we've outpaced Ludwig. A rare advantage. I say we use it.
Then there's no time to waste. I must prepare for Naku Kubel. As must you.
Let's hope the ruins are warm. I didn't think to bring a coat.
Magical ability required to make such a barrier. It's remarkable.